Okay, let's talk about something that is just everywhere. How to actually make money online. We're going to cut through all the noise, all the hype, all the get-rich-quick stuff. This is the real, no-nonsense guide to what actually works.
Does this sound a little too familiar? I bet it does. You see these ads for dropshipping, for affiliate marketing, you get all excited, you jump in, and then you realize, whoa, this is way, way harder than they made it look. You're definitely not alone in feeling that frustration.
So, the whole point of this explainer is super simple. I want to save you time and I want to save you money by just giving you the truth. We're going to look at some real, legit methods and, just as important, the kind of mindset you need to have actually succeed. And no, I'm not selling you a course at the end of this.
You know, it really helps to think of the whole online world as a jungle. Seriously. And in this jungle, everyone is trying to sell you something. A new tool, a secret course, some foolproof method. It is so easy to get lost, get distracted, and honestly waste a lot of money on things that just don't work.
But here's the big secret, the twist in the story. The problem usually isn't the method. I know, crazy, right? Dropshipping, affiliate marketing, all of it, they can work. Pretty much all of them can. The real issue, it's the mindset. Every single one of these business models has a learning curve, and it's usually steep. It's not about finding some magic bullet. It's about picking a path and having the grit to actually stick with it when it gets tough.
So how do you not get lost in that jungle? How do you protect yourself? Well, it all starts with learning how to spot the hype. There are some very specific words, these little red flags, that should make your spidey sense tingle immediately. Keep your ears open for these words right here. Automatic, passive, guaranteed. Oh, and the big ones, easy and fast. The second you see those, a big red flag should pop up in your mind. Real businesses take real effort. Now look, you can build systems that become more passive over time, but nothing, and I mean nothing, starts out that way. If it sounds too good to be true, it is, period. And yeah, this pretty much sums it up, right? The whole idea of a totally automatic, guaranteed business from day one, it's a complete myth. Real, sustainable success is always built on putting in the work first.
This is a perfect breakdown of the hype versus the reality. The hype is all about instant results with zero effort. The truth? Every single method has a learning curve and it takes real serious commitment. And all those secret methods they're selling? Come on. It's usually just well-organized information that, if we're being honest, you could probably find for free if you were willing to do the digging.
All right, so you know what to watch out for. Now let's get into the good stuff, what actually works. First up, a really viable business model, Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP. We're talking about creating and selling books on Amazon's massive platform. And the best part? You absolutely do not have to be some great novelist to make this work. Now, here is a super powerful strategy that combines KDP with the magic of social media. It's pretty straightforward. You start by creating a simple book, something like a journal or a coloring book. Then you use TikTok as your free marketing engine. You post a couple of short, simple videos every day showing off your book, and when one of those videos starts to take off, you just do more of that. You replicate what's working. It's a beautiful, simple feedback loop. So why is this so powerful? Well, let's just run some quick numbers. Let's say one of your videos gets 100,000 views. And trust me, on a platform like TikTok, that is totally achievable even if you have 0 followers to start.
Okay, so not every single person who watches is going to buy. Of course not. But a pretty realistic conversion rate, if you have a cool product, is around 1%. That means, out of those 100,000 viewers, you could get about 1,000 people to actually buy your book.
Now, if you're making, say, $7 in profit from each book you sell, well, you do the math. That one video could potentially generate $7,000. Just think about that for a second. A $7,000 return from one little piece of content that costs you nothing to make but a little bit of your time and creativity. That's powerful. Okay, on to our second method, starting a YouTube channel. This is, and I'm not exaggerating, one of the most powerful online businesses you can build. You're not just making content, you're creating assets that can generate income for years and years to come. So to really get the money side of YouTube, you got to know these 2 terms. CPM is what advertisers pay to get their ads on videos for 1,000 views. But RPM, that's the number you really care about. That's the actual revenue you get in your pocket for every 1,000 views, after YouTube takes its cut. And making a successful YouTube channel isn't just about hitting record. It's a whole process, broken down into these 4 phases. It all starts with strategy, figuring out your niche. Then comes creation, actually making the video.
After that is publication, your title, your thumbnail, all that stuff. And finally, and this is maybe the most important step, analysis. You have to look at the data and see what's actually working. You can forget about having the fanciest camera or the most expensive microphone. The real secret to winning on YouTube comes down to two things: click-through rate, getting people to actually click on your video, and audience retention, keeping them watching till the end. If you can master those two things, the YouTube algorithm will basically become your marketing team for free. So whether you go for Kindle or YouTube or something else entirely, the method is only half the story. The other, arguably more important half, is your mindset. Because success in this online world, well, it's almost never a straight line. This journey here on the slide is just perfect. It starts with a clear goal. Then you have to do everything yourself at first to learn the ropes. But if you really want to grow, you have to be ready to delegate, to hand off tasks. It's the only way to scale. And most important, you can see the path isn't straight, right? You have to expect bumps in the road.
And this quote right here, this is the exact mindset you need. Every single challenge you face isn't a failure, it's not a setback, it's a lesson. You gain new skills, you gain awareness, and it makes you stronger for whatever comes next. That is how you really, truly grow.
So, there you have it. We've basically given you the map. We've shown you a couple of real, solid paths forward that cut right through all the hype. So now the only question that's really left is, what's your first step going to be?